Basic utility. Car Molotov. Come here. Aim at the higher blue rectangle. Start walking. Make sure you decelerate completely. If you don't, it will bounce off too far. Corner Molotov. Come to the logs. Aim at the rooftop. Or just throw. Gonna nicely land. Impossible to hold the corner. Sandbags Molotov. Just kind of line up the window and the wall, but it's super general. You could be anywhere and just throw it off of this point, kind of. Gonna Molotov the entire sandbags. Super general. One last Molotov when you're taking B. Just keep this chimney as a reference point and aim on the top of yellow. Works from really anywhere. Super general. Smokes. There's two smokes that you can throw from here that are useful. One's the coffin smoke, like this. You aim with this little circle thingy and you line up. Just like that. And the city spawn smoke is you come in this corner and just follow the line for a little bit until you won't hit this upper wall. And it should smoke city spawn just fine, and you see how these two are fine. An alternative to this CT smoke, if you're under pressure, is you just do a complete stop and aim it halfway through the body height. Like, say someone's standing here, you want to aim it at his lower chest. So that's the height reference, and you just really take a full stop and aim anywhere. It's gonna completely smoke it off. Once again, super general CT spawn smoke. Two more pieces of utility on the B side that are really important. If you're trying to take top banana control and you want to flash your teammate in, this corner as reference, take a step back and throw a flashbang. It's gonna blind anyone in the corner, in the sandbags, so your teammates can peek. The last flashbang is well, the last specific flashbang is this one. You just come here and you aim right on this corner, and you see how it is such a powerful flash because it blinds anyone coffins without touching your teammates. Now when you're entering, you wanna just toss a flash up there just to make your chances higher, because that's gonna at least partially blind anyone holding weird angles like fountain, pillar, even shadow if they're wide, or a new box if he's holding. So just make sure to use the utility according to the circumstances. Now for middle, there's 4 smokes I want to address. First one, basic long smoke. You come to this line and you aim here. And it's just gonna bounce off nicely and block off the entirety of long, so you can just play around this area and don't have to worry about this. The opposite smoke, which is for the short side, you just come and hug this wall. There's a weird corner here. Just make sure you can just really come here and aim at the corner of this piece of clothing.
I am throwing smoke.
Perfectly. And super general. And those are the 2 basic smokes for top middle control. For more advanced smokes, you can go on this broom and forgot the lineup. I think it's like this. And you just throw. That's gonna smoke the arch. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I think it's higher. No, it's the middle of this window. You just aim here. And that's the arch side smoke. There's also a smoke for library that you could throw, but that's not necessary really, because you can just ask your teammates to flash you. You take library control and you smoke it off. Better than me, of course. But the arch smokes and the long and short are the most important. Now, flashes to assist middle control. Anyone playing on the tier ramp area should know this flashbang, which is you just jump on top of this barrel, just barely, and you line up this corner and this corner, this, and you toss a flashbang. It's gonna flash anyone really trying to hold middle, except for Shadow, which is an exception. But anyone holding this angle will be blind, or this angle, or playing around this pillar. So a really powerful flash, or they'll play close range and an eco round. So a really powerful flash, and they can't really hear the pin throwing, say if they're playing close like this, which is an advantage, because if someone hears the pin and the flashbang is thrown from this position, they can just look away. Another flash from top middle this time, usually when you have top middle control and you're supporting your teammates out apartments, is you just like kind of make sure this is in your peripheral vision, and you can just walk and throw a flashbang like this. You'll see kind of where these land. It's right above the apartment's exit, and anyone trying to hold this, of course, will be fully blinded. Anyone in the pit as well. So it's a really powerful flash to push halls. So that's it for the utility middle, and now there's a couple of pieces of utility you can throw in the halls there in the second middle area. So the first one is of course the Molotov for boiler. The most efficient one is you line up the window at the height of the antenna and you let go when you pass this building, kind of. It's super general, you can throw it from anywhere. And this, make sure you line up properly with the window so it doesn't bounce on the door. Just like that. And this is the most efficient one because you throw it as early as you can. Unlike some variations which I've seen like this, in which case the player boiler could already be peeking if he got a really good spawn. Now besides that, there's just three pieces of utility you can throw from apps, which are this flashbang, which is just to push anyone off of this angle, usually uppers. When you have pulse control, well, use this to throw flash control, but that's super general. There's this flashbang, which is the same as the one you can throw from middle, but it's just as efficient, and if you're trying to fake, this is a good alternative because they know, and because if you make noise they know someone zaps and someone threw that flash, so you can play a lot with these flashes. And finally this smoke, which is super general, just run. And it's gonna smoke off the balcony, and with the help of the flashes thrown above apartments, you can jump out and isolate the player pit, and then jump down if there's anyone under balc. And one last important smoke is the Motto smoke, which you just come here, and I forgot to address it, but this one is essentially like CT spawn and B site. If you don't throw it, it's gonna be really hard to take the site because the rotation's on long. So you just come here, super general, you throw above, and it's gonna perfectly smoke off the long area, the Motto area. Keep in mind this is 64 tick, so super general, and this is really important because any rotations will come through arch or library, and it denies the quick vision into the porch area. So that's all the basic utility you need to know.